Hello, guys. Welcome back. So, our next guest we have is all the way in from Australia, which I'm super excited about. Miss Rieta. Hello, love. Come on down. Hello, hello. Connecting. Hey!
Hey, how are you?
I am
Do I
doing
need to adjust
well.
my camera?
How are you doing today, beautiful?
I'm wonderful. Well, it's been an early start, right?
Yes, definitely. Let me go ahead and just put this up. All right.
Is this
So
right? Or do I need
it
to
is
shift my
perfect.
camera?
You are perfect. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yay. So welcome, guys. My name is Jacqueline Valdez. Hello, Upscale, for joining. Welcome to Elegant Conversation with Jacqueline Valdez. And today's guest, we have Rieta Mistry. Is that correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
And coming all the way in from Australia, which I'm super excited about. We finally got connected on the time.
I know, I know. It was like, oh, okay, what day is it? What time is it? Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Right.
But I
And
was
we're
so
talking,
excited.
I know, I'm excited too. And we're talking about environment and decluttering and how to just have your environment support you and give you good energy.
Yes, not just environment. We're talking about the day that you're born on and how
Okay.
that influences how you are. So I
Wow.
always start with your birth date
Okay.
because the day that you're born on, you can't change. Your
Right.
environment, you can change, right?
Right.
So a lot of your life revolves around the day that you're born on.
Oh, wow.
Who you are, how you are.
Right.
That's your blueprint, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And so from that, I'd work out, okay, this is the day that you're born on. This is the energy that you work with.
Right.
And depending on all the things that we've experienced in our life,
Uh-huh.
is how we place objects in our environment. So
Oh,
we can
wow.
be our own obstacle.
Okay.
You know, um, say you know that you really want this good job, right?
Right.
However, somewhere in your past, someone has said to you, you're not good enough or you don't deserve that.
Right.
So at your front door, you'd actually place ornaments and things that close the entry to your front. So like you don't open your front door completely, or as you open your front door, you need at least a bit of space
Oh,
because
wow.
that is your career path.
Right. Okay.
Your front door is the entry to your career path.
Oh
And
my
if
God, I
that
love
area
that.
is
I had no
cluttered,
idea.
exactly. Okay. So the one thing that I do suggest to everybody is, open that front door. What are you
Okay.
letting in? It's like, we say the door to my soul or the door to
Yeah.
my heart.
Yeah.
This is the door to your whole living,
Yeah.
the door to your joy.
Right.
What are you doing at that front door?
Wow. Wow. That's so true. It's so crazy because um, this story really, like what you do really touches me because I went through really hardship a year ago, and not a lot of people know, but my house, pretty much I had my roof leaked and flooded, my pipes broke and flooded, and my AC broke and flooded. So there's a lot of flooding around me,
Okay, so
which
what
is,
is the house number?
yeah, 4003.
Oh my God, I was going to ask you, do you know that? I was going to tell you, is that a number? Did the house come to a number seven? Because the number seven,
Wow.
because 4003, if you do
Uh-huh.
add the four and the three, it comes to a seven. Whenever any of my clients look at a number seven
Right.
house, I'd always tell them, first thing you do is you check for drainage. It can be a dishwasher, it can be the
Wow.
pool, it can be, there's some water drainage. So what that relates to is emotional or financial drainage. So
Right.
all your things related to financial drainage. But what was the emotion behind it? What was going on? That was you were actually attracting this.
Right.
So a
Wow.
number seven house. Yes, so that's one number that I'd always say, hang on, let's first check before you move in.
Yeah.
Make sure you check all the water areas to see, okay, what's going on.
Right. Wow. And what's crazy is everything of eight that I have always turns into seven. So I had a charm a necklace from my grandma, and I had eight stones on it, and one fell off. And then I had my ear pierced eight times, and one came out. And just everything always turns to seven for some reason with me. And I just always kind of thought it was my lucky number, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe there's something I need to work through.
Maybe we will. Um,
Yeah,
you
yeah, but
know,
I never realized how
yeah,
important the energy around you is. And my home, I have completely redone my house and tore out stuff with, thank goodness, the community and friends and volunteers. And we rebuilt my home, and
that's
now it's
beautiful.
calm, it's peaceful, it's very energized. It's a different energy. And I feel like how my house was before was reflective of how I was feeling. And I just didn't realize that.
Inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I missed that.
So that's that drainage. That's
Wow.
emotional, the financial.
Right.
And in times like that, the things that I do suggest, so what I do, Jacqueline, is I integrate your home,
Okay.
colors, and numerology. And with your birth date, I give you like colors that work for you, or
Right.
even certain colors that work for the home, certain shapes with the
Wow.
number of the house that would work for that,
Right.
or the areas of the home that you need to pay attention to. So
Right.
you're still in that same place that you were in.
Mm-hmm.
So what we didn't finish talking about is the fact that you have the two zeros,
Right.
4003, right?
Right.
Four is about putting things in place, having a
Okay.
plan and being organized. The two zeros, and that's why you did what you did, is things need to transform.
Oh, wow.
So you had to transform,
Yeah.
redo the whole place
Yeah.
before you came to the three, which
Right.
is three is about adventure and joy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But the whole energy in itself was a seven,
Yeah. That's so
which
crazy.
was about drainage and
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty cool. It's very, I'm huge into spirituality and huge into energy and feeling, letting things come through, I guess. Kind of like
so
I'm a
it's the
vessel.
conscious awareness.
Okay.
Okay. It's
Wow.
being consciously aware of
Right.
your environment, of who you are, of what your thoughts are.
Wow.
But at that deeper level, to go to that quiet place,
Yeah.
to get to those thoughts.
Yeah.
Because we're so busy being busy,
Yeah.
right? Or so busy avoiding those thoughts
Yeah. That's true. That's
because we don't
true.
want to deal with it.
And what is it? What if we don't realize we have some thoughts that we don't know that we have, that we're suppressing stuff?
It's going into the quiet
Yeah.
and then looking around you and saying, okay, what isn't working right now?
Yeah. Wow.
And when you ask that question and then
Right.
just sit in it,
Wow.
okay? So the way I look at your environment
Uh-huh.
is, um, I mean, I don't do feng shui the way a lot of people do it
Okay.
in the Eastern culture. I actually fuse
Okay.
Eastern, Western, and practicality.
Okay.
Because in today's world, everybody wants to know, so how and where. The moment you tell them the sun rises in the east and you got to
Yeah.
do it, it becomes a head thing and you get all lost in that,
Oh.
as opposed to just living in the practicality of it and the
Right.
consciousness of it.
Right.
Because we all have that intuition.
Yeah. We just have to tune into it.
We just have to choose. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like when you're younger, you're more open to stuff, and I guess more carefree. So you're more aware, but not aware. And then as you get
Exactly.
older, like you said, you get caught up with everyday life, and you get caught up with just working and hustling.
It's like, exactly. And I did
Yeah.
go through that. I did go through the working, the hustling. I
Right.
owned a business in body corporate management. I think in your country, it's called compounds,
Uh-huh.
so managing of all of those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was managing about 120 of those on my own. And then I was managing a medical practice, and I've
Okay.
owned a beauty salon in the last 5 years. And so
Wow.
I've done the whole corporate life, but
Right.
behind me, I've always had my spirituality.
Okay.
I've been doing the feng shui and the numerology and that for the last 10 years.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to ask how long you've been involved in it.
Yeah, but it's sort of been in and out, in and out. Just, okay, no, but, I want to do the hustle.
Yeah.
And then you realize, hang on, but that's not who I am.
Yeah.
And then come back to me. And this is, when I'm here, I'm in joy.
Yeah. You're calm and peaceful and you feel centered.
And I know I'm making a difference. The
Yeah.
reason I had
No.
bought the beauty salon, like you were asking what would you love your legacy to be?
Yeah.
And my legacy has always been to make a difference, to create an impact on a person's life in such a way that when I'm gone and they're in a space of difficulty,
Uh-huh.
to say, what would Rieta have done now?
No, I love
And
that.
I didn't realize that's what my intention had been. And now
Yeah.
through COVID, I had a client
Uh-huh.
who was in total lockdown, had no internet, so I couldn't contact her.
Oh, wow.
And when she did get internet again, which was about 2 months later,
Mm-hmm.
I was messaging her all the time but couldn't get hold of her. And she said, what kept me going was the thought of what would Rieta be doing right now?
Oh,
Because she was ready to take her life.
oh, wow.
And that
Yeah. It's huge.
is what makes the difference. That is huge.
Yeah.
I've touched a life.
Oh,
I've added love to that life
yeah. And we
and
need more of that
realization.
right now. We need love. I feel like the world is so heavy and there's a lot of love missing and a lot of lost, um, emptiness and loss of compassion and empathy that's going on.
Yes. And so it's to go back to that space,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um, and I find that comes with less stuff
Okay.
and a space of contentment
Yeah.
of who I am, where I am right now is enough
Yeah.
and is perfect.
I love that. You just have such a peacefulness about you.
Well, it wasn't always like this, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
I've brought up 3 kids. I'm from South Africa originally. I was born in South Africa.
Okay. No.
30 years ago, I moved to Australia with a little baby
Oh,
and nothing. Like
wow.
no job, no anything, just my husband and I and the baby.
Right.
So it hasn't been a easy run.
Right.
I was making chapatis and samosas and selling. My husband was selling books door to door.
Uh-huh.
So we could make
Wow.
life worth
Yeah.
living. And today I've got 3 children, 30 years on, all really beautiful, successful.
Oh,
But the one thing that I didn't lose in
yeah.
all that time was I didn't let go of my faith.
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
In all that time, it was like, what is my lesson in this?
Yeah.
And every time we learn the lesson in it, it makes us stronger. It
Yeah.
takes us back. It takes us closer to our soul,
Yeah. That's so
you
true.
know. And I just thought, oh my God, even today, as I'm teaching and I'm guiding people,
Uh-huh.
I'm grateful for the lessons that I had because a lot of my teaching and guiding is through the lessons I've learned.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
now I know why I've learned those lessons.
Yeah.
It was
So you
hard
can
in
help
that
others.
time. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
difficult when you're going through it, right?
Yeah.
But 30 years later, you're like, oh, those were the gems.
Yeah.
And it's with those gems that I can guide other lives
Yeah. That's so
to
true.
come to that same space because I'd love everybody to be experiencing what I'm experiencing right now.
No. Yeah.
It
It sounds
is.
incredible. It sounds peaceful and just calm and just joy.
Yeah, it is joy. But
Hmm.
around there, there's still stuff happening. It's not like life is
Right.
not happening. Life is
Right.
happening for me right now.
Right.
When there's 3 children and a family, life is
Yeah.
always happening.
Yeah.
There's stuff going on.
Yeah. There's
Relationships
calmness
are
and
complex,
madness.
you know, but it's how am I able to look at the joy in that, in the love? It always comes down to love,
Yeah.
no matter what. Love and forgiveness.
I love that. And forgiveness is huge, even not just with others, but with yourself.
Self.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's
Because we
times where,
always hold on.
yes, there's times where I catch myself and I'm like, I'm too hard on myself. There's stuff in the past. I was a teenager. I didn't know any better. What was, I can't keep like harboring over something that like years ago or even recently. I'm like, I'm human. I'm growing. Forgive myself. And people need to do that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and like even with this whole COVID thing that's going on, that's the first thing I said. Forgive. Maybe we should forgive the COVID itself. We
Mm,
should thank it in a certain way because
right.
there's a lot of lessons that are being learned.
Yeah. That's so true.
And maybe those some of the lessons actually, if they don't get learned, it will linger on.
Mm, that's true. That's true. I do notice if
Yeah,
there's a lesson to be learned, it will repeat itself.
exactly. Well, you've learned your lesson, right?
Yeah.
You've actually got your the house done, and
Yeah.
through that, tell me what a big lesson that was.
Yeah. It was huge. It was huge. And the
You know,
universe was fixing it to be done.
yes,
Yes.
but the people came together for you
Yeah. It was amazing.
in that
Speaking of, you
moment.
have one who keeps saying they love you. Hello, and you're a rock star, Shaman Mystery.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible when you have amazing people around you and you have, that support and that energy that's loving. It all comes back to love.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
has helped you now to move to
Yes.
or create a home that
Yeah.
is joyful.
Yes.
So the number three is also about joy, and
Okay.
the color that works with the number three is the yellow.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So but with the seven, the area that I'd suggest that you look at
Uh-huh.
is when you open your front door
Okay.
and you're facing the house, you're
Okay.
facing inside, to the left, to your left,
Okay.
in that corner, you put you could put either a little water fountain
Okay.
or something that is spiritual that is relevant to you. It could be something with your ancestry.
Okay.
That is your spiritual area,
Okay.
spiritual and belief area. So if you make that area solid
Okay. I love that.
with, um, you'll feel a difference
Wow.
in your space. Yeah.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that this week. First thing.
Yep. Yep. So, and if there's another tip that I could give all your viewers is to say that, then I integrate your body
Right.
into the way I work is so it's all encompassing
Okay.
because our body has got to get the message
Yeah.
that we want to make a change in the
Yes.
mind. So
Okay.
it's the brain, your body training the brain with the environment.
Yes.
So the thing that we do, tell me, how do you place your shoes? I'm sure you've got a million shoes. I mean, we women love shoes, right?
Right. I have some by the front door on the right side. As soon as you walk in, I take my shoes off. And then I have a closet in my makeup costume room where I've got like shelves with like little cubby holes and the shoes are in there, which I have
And
lots of
which way
different
are the shoes? And
Huh?
which way are the shoes facing?
They're pretty much like opposite.
Oh,
So they're, yeah.
okay. So you're walking 2 steps forward and 2 steps backwards.
Oh, wow.
Your feet and your
Yeah.
legs are the direction in life you're going to.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. So what people would normally do is they put their shoes so that they're facing the wall, right?
Right.
If you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Look at
I have my feet, my
so
shoes
how far
facing
can
the
you go?
wall by the door.
So how far can you get in life, honey? The wall is as far as you're gonna get.
Oh my God, I love this. I'm switching out my
So
shoes today.
yes, we're turning all the shoes around, and that is it's the
Wow.
direction in life you're headed.
Yeah,
Open your life up.
it makes sense.
I
Yeah.
know, it makes sense, right? And it's
You
fun,
do. I
it's
love you.
fun.
I love you.
I just I love what I do because it's so much fun and
Yes.
people get joy,
Yeah.
but they see it, they get it,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
felt it. I feel it.
That's why I
Yeah.
say it's the practicality.
Yeah.
I integrate it all.
Wow.
So I have a 30-day, 27-day program
Okay.
called Color for Clarity.
Okay.
And that takes you through your home with colors, through your body,
Wow.
with an affirmation, to get to that space of your clear identity,
Yeah.
where you're headed, even your business.
Wow.
So, like even with your business name, right? I'm sure you
Yeah.
have a lot of entrepreneurs and things that you work with.
Yeah.
As spiritual beings, what we do is we attract a name
Mm-hmm.
that is spiritual. And then we battle with why isn't the business working? We've created the business to have an income,
Right.
but we're not good at really taking income. We're like, no, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so what I help you to do is to shift the energy of the name, to come
Wow.
up with a name. And then that name actually has a color vibration
Right.
and a shape vibration. And that's why I'd guide you to even having your logos or how that
Oh,
would
wow.
look. So that then the business you're attracting is
Right.
different.
Wow. That's incredible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so working with energy and vibration is important because that's
Yeah.
what we are. We are energy,
Yeah. That's so true.
and we send out a vibration.
Yeah. That's so true. And you don't think about that. You don't, I mean, I find myself very spiritual, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot that I've not utilized and that I've not thought about.
And spirituality is not a thought, honey. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
So feel it.
Yeah.
The moment we stop thinking, we stop being.
Yeah. That's true.
And so it's in the being that the oneness is
Yeah.
attained.
Wow.
And that joy and that peace.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I'm just really, really emotional right now. Yeah. And I'm
Oh.
just feeling you. I really, really feel you.
Oh.
And feel for all of you in Florida. You know, like you, I mean, you're going through COVID, but you're going through so many other things as well. You know, with the hurricane that was there, and I just like, I have
Right.
family
Right.
in
It's a lot.
Florida, and
Yeah. And what about like illnesses? Because I've been dealing with a lot of illnesses lately. I just found out I have Sjogren's and fibro, and I've been in and out of the hospital a lot with autoimmune issues. And I keep trying to tell myself, something's blocked. I need to let myself heal. I need to get whatever this is and like cleanse it, purge it.
yeah. So with your illnesses as well, I would look at your birth date because that's where it is,
Right.
and your name, and do the whole numerology around that, and
Wow.
then give you an area of the body
Right.
and things that we'd like, okay, can you see this is what's going on? And
Right.
we'd unpack that, and then the thought pattern underneath that would come up.
Wow.
And even so, that would even come up with that Color for Clarity program.
Right.
Because as you're going through each part of the home and your body,
Right.
I'd give you questions, and you'd be like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I get that. You
Wow.
know, I can see where that came up.
Right.
Or it would come up in a dream because you're now totally focusing on yourself and your healing
Yeah.
through the 27 days. Or
Wow.
you know, find a photograph as you're cleaning up that part of the home.
Yeah.
And so I've had people get lots and lots of aha, okay, and then take that to peace.
Wow.
And it's again with forgiveness,
Yeah.
always with forgiveness and love.
Yeah. That's so true.
It's the one thing that I've always, even with my children,
Mm-hmm.
you know, love and forgiveness is the biggest thing.
Mm.
Like I said, it's not like I've not had my trials and tribulations in
Right.
life. I've had my parents' issues. I've been the naughty teenager. I've been the rebel. You know,
Right.
I've done it all. And that's why my kids couldn't, because I did it all, they couldn't do it, right? Because before they would
Right.
get there, be like, oh, you have to try this out. And they're like, Mom,
Right. Cute.
you know. But it's that. It's
Wow.
coming from that openness and that love.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful that I've had, you know, Jacqueline, it's not always. And
Yeah.
sometimes I get scared saying, you know, that I was just born with so much love
Yeah. Hmm.
to share it.
Yeah.
It is.
Feel it. I feel it,
You
definitely.
know, even when I was going through, even when people um, go against me, or I
Yeah.
still can't come from
A place.
anger. I still come from, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, there is a bit of, there's sadness,
Yeah.
but it's still love. And I just see, I actually feel sorry for them
Yeah. Yeah. There's a
that they
sad.
don't see the light. The
Yeah.
sadness is for them.
Yeah.
Just hang on, you know, like when women go through women stuff, and you're like, hey guys,
Yeah.
get a group. Just get a group.
Yeah. That's so true. I might have to call on you to help me with some stuff then.
Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. And so, the time zone,
Yes.
maybe like an hour later. So I can
Right.
at least get some beauty sleep, honey.
Right. I know you're so bright up and early in Australia.
I was like,
I
okay,
love
at
it.
least the top half has to look good.
I love it. So how are you keeping yourself pretty much, I guess, centered and kind of just calm through this whole, friends around you from other, places going through the different trials and tribulations?
My meditation,
Okay.
lots of deep breathing, chocolate.
Nice. Chocolate's always good.
We all need a bit of chocolate,
Yeah.
but it's dark. Okay, so it's like on the good side.
Right.
A bit of chocolate. Um, you know, um, and just gratitude every day, waking up with gratitude for what
Love
is
that.
there.
I love that. I love that. So what future things do you have coming up for you? You do workshops?
Yes, I run vision board workshops,
Okay.
and I can tell you, my clients have had amazing results, and some
Wow.
like within hours. The last one I ran, I had a guy on it, and he wanted to attract people on social media, and that's the image that he put on.
Right.
And the next day he went on live, and it went viral. And so he messaged me. He's like, "Rita, this thing worked." How
This
it
is
happened,
weird. Yeah.
And he's a young guy. He's only about 24.
Wow.
And the reason he did the workshop was because he was like, I want to see what the stuff is about. Like he wasn't really,
Right.
um, he does things because he wants to prove that they might not work.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so he's a
Surprise.
stuntman, and yeah. So he's even done a video testimonial, because then like 2 days later, he put something about how he'd like his business to go,
Right.
because he's in network marketing. And his upline rang and said, I want you to do this. And he was like, oh my God, that's what I put on my board.
Yeah. That's
But when
cool.
you do a vision board with me, I actually integrate. So I get your birth date,
Uh-huh.
and I give you the color for that year that works for you. So that's the color board you're going to be working with. I give you an affirmation to work with
Okay.
for that year, because every year changes depending on what your birth date is. Your year and your vibration change.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay.
And then I give you the way you place your images is as though you're working on Feng Shui.
Huh. Okay.
So we work on all the areas of your life.
Right.
And then when you're done with your vision board, I actually go through it with you. We have a one-on-one
Right.
where I unpack every image and go through what's going on in your subconscious. Because the way you put images, the images you put,
Uh-huh.
some of them would be about, like you said, you had that drainage with the home, and I'd be
Right.
like, okay, hey, honey, what's going on here? And
Right.
that image doesn't go, and I will not allow you to put that there, because my intention is for your highest to be
Right. Right. That makes sense. I just
the
did a vision
results.
board too this year.
Excellent. Maybe we'll start there. We'll unpack your vision board. And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because you see what happens when we're doing a vision board, right? And your whole home is your vision board.
Yeah.
And that's how I work with you, right?
Okay.
Is what we put on our vision board is what our highest values are. And like, some people's highest values are their health.
Yeah.
And so they put everything about their health there.
Right.
Some people love traveling and say, I want to go to Paris, and I want to go to, and so
Yeah.
all of that turns up. But I actually give you a whole balance. I do
Nice.
your vision board with your relationships, with your travel, with your legacy. I
Yeah.
even get you to put your legacy on there,
Wow.
your career, yep,
Yeah.
your
All of it.
health, all of it.
Nice.
We work on everything.
Yeah. I love it.
So when you do a vision board workshop with me, I first unpack you before I pack you.
Okay.
So I give you the keys, and that's what I have. I give you the key to your bliss.
Right.
So that's why the tagline beneath Rieta, it's Rieta Mistry, but below that is the keys to bliss.
Oh, I love it. So fitting. Yeah.
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 And that is,
Yeah.
where do we want to head? What are we all searching for?
Yeah. That's so true.
Is to
That's
come
so,
to that space of peace
yeah.
and bliss, and whatever that means for you.
Hmm. I love it. No. Is there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers? I could talk to you all day. Oh.
I could talk all day too. I love talking. But in my talking is the sharing and is the love. And I
Yeah.
just tell the viewers, I'm sending you all love right now. Feel it. Open yourself up. And I know we are all going through a challenging time.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll be able to travel again, see my sister, she's in South Africa,
Oh.
see the family.
Yeah.
And we all going through that
Yeah.
because the world has become such a open space and we all live all over. All our families are all over,
Yeah.
you know. We don't know when we're going to see each other again.
Yeah.
But the biggest gratitude we can have is technology because we can do this.
Yeah.
Imagine if we didn't have this.
I know. I'm so grateful that I've got to meet you and all the incredible people I've been talking with. It's been one
You've been doing a
blessing.
great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay connected. And you know what? Let all the BS go. In this time,
Mm-hmm.
forgive, forget, and let it go.
I love that.
Holding on to it is doing this.
Mm.
And we become more and more of this. COVID is doing this. We don't need all those other emotions and
Yeah.
don't dig into the mind games. Let it go.
Yeah. I love that.
Let it go with love.
Oh, I love that. So,
And you come back to health.
yeah.
You'll feel the openness. You'll feel a lightness in your being
Yeah.
the more you let go.
Yeah. That's true. I know what you're saying with the heaviness. I understand.
Okay, so open, breathe. Just let it go.
Hmm. Thank you. You are so awesome.
Lots of
It's
love.
been such a pleasure. There's so much love for
Thank
you.
you for having
Of
me.
course.
And lots of love and stay safe.
Yes, you too.
Thanks, Jacqueline.
Thank you. Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.